Hi guys, welcome to day three and welcome you all. And I hope everybody is doing well, taking care of themselves and a family, and be safe. So yeah, before starting the lecture, I would be expecting, and I believe there would be some new crowds as well as some older crowd. So before starting the lecture, let me take a 15 second and let me introduce myself. So my name is Kamal Seth and I work for JP Morgan Chase, which is a financial banking corporation here in Mumbai. And previous to that, I was with Willis Tower Watson, which is an insurance firm. So I have a total of more than 9 or 10 years of experience. And with the Let's Upgrade, I'm teaching for more than 2.5 years. And I have taught many courses which we would be discussing at the end of the lecture. And currently on this week, which is the third day, and we have started on Monday, we are completing zero to hero, which basically means if somebody have prior experience or no prior experience or have a very less experience with the programming, about how to start with the Python and how to go ahead and how to cover the basics. So on day one and day two, we have completed some basic things like printing statement, data types, and we have completed some lists and tuple and some input and some kind of range also, which we are going to take it forward as well as going to complete the functions today. So hope I believe that most of the people have downloaded their Python from python.org and have installed some kind of text editor for practicing. And I hope that these yesterday's as well as day for yesterday's video were available. So if you have any doubt, do watch it and do let me know in the comment section if you are getting any doubts. So before without further ado, let me share my screen and let directly jump to the code. Sure. So can anybody confirm if my screen is visible? Anybody? Okay, I hope my screen is visible. Uh, okay, so we have a day three, and today we are going to cover. I'll spend start good 1 minute on lists, and then after that quickly we'll start with the dictionary. Then we'll go to some functions. Then we will complete loops and range. So it would be a very busy session, and too much of informative. So let's directly start this session. Before that, I would if uh, okay. Okay. We have some chat section which is talking about the winner. So no worries. Our host would be helping at the end of the session. Sure, guys. So let's directly start and do let me know if you have any doubt or pitch it up so that I stop and I will take your doubt first. So yesterday we were discussing about lists. So I said that there are many ways of declaring a list. So I'll tell you one way. Let's take that we have a list of items. So you can declare a list like this also, and if you have items one, you can declare like this also. Both makes the same sense. And I said that if you wanted to know what these data type is, you can use something called type of items. So it will pop up and show you that what are this. So it's a list, and same case is with item one. Then we have discussed about many methods, append, index, and blah 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 things. If you wanted to know the total number of methods and total things you can operate on this, you have a something called dir, and you just type the name of the variable which you wanted to find out. So you see that I have said that for the starting, just ignore underscore thing. That's quite advanced for this week. But apart from underscore thing, these things can be get operated. So we have append, which we have practiced. Clear, basically clearing things. Copy means basically making a copy of a list. That is also some advanced topic because there is something called shallow copy and deep copy. So shallow copy means it keeps the reference, and deep copy basically means it doesn't keep the reference, just give you the copy, and you can go ahead and do anything. It will not affect the original. Then we have a count, extend, blah 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 thing. Then after that we have discussed something called tuple. So let me tell you. Let me just remove this. There is a many way of declaring tuple. The one way is tuple tuple. If I try to find out what is tuple, it shows a tuple, and there is another way. You make it as an empty bracket. The same thing is with tuple. So if I wanted to find out what I can do with tuple, we were surprised to know that you can only count an index, because tuples are immutable. Once you declare it, you are done. You can't make any changes to it. Hope that makes sense. Now quickly we'll directly jump to the most important, and I would say one of the most important data type of programming, which is dictionary. I would say the most important data type, not only in Python, but in entire computer languages, programming languages. I would say why I'm saying is because dictionary is a very common name in Python, but in reality, dictionary means JSON. So let me type here JSON. JSON means JavaScript Object Notation. So JavaScript object notation means it is a standard way. It's a standard way of sending and receiving data through the web pages. So if you have web pages where there are thousands of APIs, so these API are going to get sent and receive data in a format of a JSON. I'll show you how JSON looks like. So JSON and dictionary looks like you make a curly braces like this, and you will have a key and value. So suppose let me take you this example. This is mobile. So mobile this. If I take another example, you say name Kamal. So everything is having a key and value. These are called pairs. Key will there would be a pair of key and value. So you never lose something because you have the name of the key. So whenever you type a name of the key, value is written. So I would say what I meant. Suppose you have a key name, and I will take my name, that is Kamal. Then I have something called age, and suppose I type some random age. Then I have something called place. Same thing. I'll say place Mumbai. So this is a very basic structure of JSON as well as dictionary. So you see that it's a name Kamal. Now I'll do the same thing in the dictionary. So how to declare a dictionary? Intro. I will say introduction. Introduction is equal to, I'm going to make like this, just like the make, or let me just copy it directly rather than writing it entirely again like this. So now let me first get that what is introduction, what kind of variable it is. So I'm going to type introduction, and I would say that's a dictionary. Next step is what I can do with the dictionary, just like we did with other lists and tuples. So there, our best friend. So just ignore the underscore things, and you would see that we have a clear copy from keys, get item, blah, 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 blah things. Now let me start showing you. Guys, hold on for a second. Yeah, sorry for the disturb. So let's get back and let's do some operations with the introduction, which is our dictionary. So I know that these are my data. Now I wanted to find out what is there in this key. So let me type the name of the key. This is as easy as it looks like. Same thing, JSON and dictionary, both are same. So name is Kamal. Okay, let me type age. Okay, we have a age. Let me type address. Okay, we don't have address because we have something called location. So it shows a key error because there is no address. So let me just show you the entire introduction dictionary again. We have a place rather than address, but I wanted to get address. And if the address is not there, I want to fill it with something. Then how I'm going to do it, I'm going to tell one by one. Earlier I showed that if I type address, it showed me the key error because it said that there is nothing called address in your dictionary. So I'm going to do an introduction again, and rather than making a notation like this, which is a square bracket, I'm going to use something called dot get, and I'm going to type address. All the address doesn't exist, but let's see what happens. It doesn't return the error, but it returned nothing. So it means that it bypassed the error. It said that, okay, it doesn't exist. Let me not tell you anything. But what if I wanted to say that if there is doesn't exist address, I wanted to, if there is no address, I wanted to make address. So my address is suppose India. So it made address India. Now let me go back to the same. Now I see that it didn't change the original dictionary or JSON, but instead of saying that this key doesn't exist, I want it to return some default value. Like some default value is, suppose example, not available. So it will return the same. So these are some methods. Now let me show you some more methods. We have something called update. Now let me show you. Okay, before update, I'm going to see if I wanted to put something else also. So I wanted to put a key called course, and we are covering this basically Python 0 to hero. 0 to hero. So you wanted to insert a new key, it's as easy as it looks. So now let me go back to same introduction. I would say that we have a key. Now there are some more methods. Then there are some more methods like update, set default. Let me try the update. Now I'm going to say introduction dot update, and I want you to say that what does update takes. So it basically takes the new dictionary. Suppose I wanted to type a new dictionary like name Kamal Seth. Let's see what happens. It executed successfully. Let me find out. It updated the key. This basically method is if there is nothing in the key, it will make a new key. Otherwise, it will just replace it. So let me type name one rather than name. Name one comes. It has updated with the name one. But there is another method to update a key or insert it. Suppose I know that I have already have a name. So let me show you what is there in name. Kamal Seth. But now I want my name to be ABC. So that name already exists, so it will just replace it. So if I try to type the introduction again, you would see that name has become ABC. So it override if a particular key exists. If it doesn't exist, it will make a new key. Hope that's clear. And this is all about the dictionaryization. Let me take a few moments so that we will see if there is any doubt, guys. Please speak up about your doubt. Yeah, dictionary is mutable, guys. It's totally mutable. You can I delete it just like we showed just now that you can delete it. And Karthik, JSON is also like a dictionary, but JSON they use it on basically dictionary is a kind of variable. JSON is a kind of a file. So if you write dictionary in a file, that becomes a JSON dot JSON. Yeah, there are a lot of similarity between JSON and dictionary. I would say 99.99% similarities. And list and dictionary, you know that in list you save uh, items, but in dictionary rather than saving item you need to save it in a form of key value, although value can become a list. Dictionaries are unordered, but you can make it as ordered using something called ordered dictionary, which is a advanced Python, which I won't be covering this week. Mutable means basically which can be changed after making. Immutable, which can't be changed. Okay, some more doubts. Dot get function, basically dot get is if you don't want your program to return an error if the particular key doesn't exist. Rather than returning an error, you want some nice message to pop up. Then in that case, you can use something called return. Yeah, JSON and dictionaries are same, guys. It's totally same. Okay. 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 I believe. Okay. Can we iterate dictionary? Absolutely. I'm going to show you just now how you are going to iterate it. Okay. That's a good question, that how can we iterate it. Okay, these are the introduction. Now I wanted to find out all the keys you can do with this method. Keys, if you wanted to find out all the values rather than only the key, then you can use something called values like this. And you wanted to find out all the key values in a form of a list, then you can do something introduction dot items. Now how to iterate it? For iterating we are going to do a loop. So before starting the loop, and it for example would be this iteration. Let me see if we have some more doubts. Can't see your messages. I'm just talking, I'm not typing anything. Seth. Yeah, we can use a pass also. Yeah, I'm going to cover this entire thing in the loop which I'm going to start just now. Dot operator, yeah, dot key, just dot get, basically we said. Okay, let's start now. Sure. So let me come here and let me talk about something called loops. So in Python, there are three types of loops. There we have a for, we have a if, and we have a while. Then a new Python 3.10 has introduced switch case, which is quite advanced for you folks. So I won't be covering a switch case. Okay, so let me start a for loop, and I'm going to take example of this dictionary only. So I'm going first, before starting the dictionary, I'll tell you what does it for means. So there is something called for keyword, and after following the for keyword, you can use your name of variable. Let me take I. For I in, we'll take yesterday example, which is a range. When I type a range, it returns 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, because range start with 0 and doesn't include the number which we have typed. So the last value gets skipped and lesser than that. So suppose you wanted zero, let me show you first. Now if I type the print, what I get is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, but I don't want 0. I want to start with 1. Suppose my requirement is like that. Then I can provide a second parameter, which is 1 to 5. And as I said, the last number which you type 5 would get skipped. So what happened? Let's say this. But you don't want that number also to be skipped. So what you can do is rather than 5, you type 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now there are third step also. You want 1 to 10. Let me show you 1 to 10 first. How does it looks like? But you want 1 to 10, but every number to be skipped. Like you want 1, then 3, then 5, then 7, then 9. So you can use a third parameter basically. So this is a basic loop with the help of a range. Okay. Okay. Now let me take some more example. Now you wanted to go backward. So what you can do is for I in range, you want to go from backward 5 to 1. Let's see what happens. So it don't understand. But if I wanted to go to 1 to 5, 5 to 1, it won't understand. So, but I want to go like this. I wanted to go opposite. Let's see what happens. Let's try some experiment. So it doesn't understand. So what you need to do is maybe you need to copy the entire 1 to 5, then reverse it. How you are going to reverse it? Basically, I told you guys, first you make range 5 and suppose variable name is A. Let's take it as A. Then we have A. Uh, okay, we have A. Let me type A here. So A is having a 1 to 5. Now I want to reverse it. I told you guys you can do something called minus minus 1. But you see that it's returning 4 minus minus 1. It's not making sense. Why? Because range returns something called iterator, which basically means something which is in memory, which won't show you. But you want to show everything in a list. So you can do something like list. Just type your list. Very easy, guys. Little bit confusion you might get, but no worries. So this is 1 0 1 2 3 4. Now I wanted to reverse it. So 4 3 2 1 0. So you can loop this also for I in this print I. Hope that makes sense. Okay, let's see some doubt. Yeah. Oh yeah. Sure. 43210. Good. So now let's talk about our dictionary. We are going to loop that dictionary. So I told you now if I wanted to loop through the dictionary, there are many methods. I'll show you one by one. For I in, just remember this guy I am using because this is a very common. You can use your thing also. I'll show you what I meant. For I in dictionary, first let me just make this statement. Let's see what happens. It return only keys, guys. Just remember that. But I want values also. So let me show you one thing. Let me copy this. Control C, so that you guys have a lot of things whenever you will visit this notebook. For IA introduction dot items, let me see items. What happens? It return name and value perfectly well. Now rather than items, I wanted to return values. Let's see what happens. It return only the value, not the key. Now let me copy this again and let me show you keys. Same thing as the first one. Items is basically key and value. Value means only value, and if you don't write anything or you write only key, it returns only key. Now I want things to be perfectly jotted rather than tuple like this. So what I can do is for key value, again key value is my own name. You can put your name. You can put a key one value one also. That's totally all right. Key one value one in introduction dot items. Let me show you what I meant. Print key one value one. Again, key one value one can be yours. I can change key one to key, value one to value. That's totally all right. You can give your name. So it perfectly iterate through the dictionary and find out. Now, again, okay. Let's see any doubt for factorial. We are having time to do. I'll see if we can cover a factorial. Yeah, Mahesh, you can use a range like that also. Nested dictionary, yeah, I'm going to use a nested dictionary. Okay, let's make some nested dictionary. Somebody spoke about a nested dictionary. Let me make nested dictionary. So suppose I have a new key, which is called education. And it is having a dictionary that I'm from NIT. So it's NIT, I'm from NIT Warangal W. And I degree, basically I have MCA. So MCA. So now introduction is having a new key. Its value is again another dictionary. So let's see how does it looks like. So you see this and this. Now I wanted to iterate through this. So how I'm going to do is same thing for key, but you will see the difficulty. Key value in introduction dot items Print, just see this, what happens guys, you will understand. A key value, not values. So you see that it written key value, but on the last case it doesn't know that the value itself is a dictionary, so it will return same. So here you need to handle it. So I'm going to show you how to handle it. I'm going to come to if loop. So inside for, I'm going to talk about if loop. Okay, let's see. Do we have some more doubts? Okay. Okay, we have a very nice audience. I would say a lot of people are chatting, and I'm glad that I'm able to see everybody's chat. Yeah, pattern question, Akshita, I would say that pattern question, I would say that you should try first, because pattern basically means you need to decide how you're going to make half pyramid, full pyramid. So I'll try to cover in the last lecture, but before that, if you folks can do some practice, that would be very useful for both the parties. Okay, let me spend another 1 minute because I'm going a little fast. So I believe I don't want anybody to miss. Duplicate keys are not allowed. No, it's allowed. You can make a duplicate key, but it will just overwrite it. List comprehension, yes, Aditya, I'm going to cover list comprehension, maybe not today, because list comprehension would be a little bit difficult if somebody doesn't have a good experience or with syntaxes. So this class I'm covering so that everybody get benefit. That's why I'm skipping tough topics and covering the basic things. So yeah, list comprehension also very good, but we are going to cover if loop, while loop, then we'll start with the function. If we have enough time, we'll take 1 2 list comprehensions also. Value can be duplicated, absolutely. Let me show you what. So suppose you have something called introduction. Now let me do introduction. Full name is equal to same thing. Name is ABC, full name is also ABC. Now let me type introduction. Yeah, you see name is ABC, full name is also ABC. So value can be duplicated, but not the keys. Two values to a key, absolutely. You can, obviously, that's what I did. Let me show you two values. Introduction, I'm going to make new thing. Good people are asking out. Introduction, two values. So suppose we have two things. Suppose we have days, and in days I'm going to make two things. Monday and in the form of a list, Monday, Tuesday. So here your key will have two things. So if you wanted to access it, you just type days, and you can iterate it. You want the 0th item or you want the first item. That's totally all right. Yeah, you can add it also if it is already exists. As I said, that if you add it exists, it will overwrite it. So if you wanted to add a new thing in the days which is already there, introduction days dot append. Let's see what happened. Let's see what happened. So it has executed successfully. Let me go. So now days got append because its value was list, so we can add it. Okay. Okay, now let's go further, guys. We are running out of time. A lot of things to cover, and we have some pretty good announcement also to be made. So okay, now I'm going to talk about if loop. So I'm going to take example of our range to come. For loop, basically you guys must have now got some sense out of it. For I in, now I'm going to take same example of range, and I'm going to cover that 0 to 11. So it would return 0 to 10. Let me show you what does it mean. This. Now you see that 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I want all the even numbers. So I'm going to find out the even number with the help of if loop. You know that the even numbers are number which is divisible by 2. So let me use if. So there is something called keyword called if. We have I, which is number. Now we wanted to divide by 2 and it leaves the remainder of 0. Print even I, and I'm going to use something called f string. So let's see. 0 is even, 2 is even, 4 is even, 6 is even. This. Now if it is odd, let's see what happened. Else print odd I. So you would see, let me comment this. So you will see even 0 odd 0 3. Now let me add some more thing for your excitement. Now if else I have added, else means anything, if doesn't go anywhere, else is the final place to go. So obviously if you don't write else, it's not a problem, because else always gets executed if it is not if. But instead of if and else, you can give some more conditions. So I want that, is there any number which is a divisible of 5, table of 5? So I can use something called elif. If I'm going to say that else, if that particular number divided by 5 leaves a remainder of 0, so I'm going to type some message that print table of 5. So let's see, it's a table of 5. So uh, 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 it leaves a perfect remainder, so that's totally all right. And we have some more condition. That's why sometimes you will see that even is showing 10, because I have written here, so I need to execute this. So let me show you one thing, uh, not to confuse you. For this purpose, I'm going to skip it. Let's go to the table in next example. So this is even odd. Now let me take the same example for I in range, the elif statement for I in range. Now I'm going to take 0 to 25. If it's a table of 5 or not, if I percent 5 is equal to 0, print table of 5 and I elif 7, table of 7, I percent 7 is equal to 0, print table of 7. And let me just put the I. Let's see what happens. Okay, we have some indent error. Let me delete it. So you see table of 5. Okay, I don't want this I basically. So you see table of 5 is there, table of 7 is there, 5 3s are 4s are 5s are. So elif, and if you want, if nothing comes here, you want it to be print something called, instead of this I'm going to type 5 also, I also, so that you understand what these things has come. So table of 5 is table of 5 in table of 7, 7 itself is 7, 10 comes in table of 5, 14 comes in table of 7, 15 comes in table of 5, 20 comes in 5, and 21 comes in 7. And if it's nothing, if both doesn't satisfy, remaining thing would be nothing. So nothing is basically, let me type I here, and let me make it as so that you see all numbers. You see 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So this is basically if condition, some condition, elif condition, some condition, then else condition. Yeah, Karthik, I'm going a little fast because a lot of things to cover, and I want everybody to get a lot of uses of this week, so that when you enroll for the our full-time courses, you would never get disappointed. That's why I'm going a little fast, but I'll try to go slow. Okay, let's take some questions now. Okay, yeah, I'll tell you what, guys. You can provide a multiple elif condition, but only one else condition. 2 by 2 table also, yes. Okay. Chandar, I'll tell you what. This is a good quality of video, but I'll see if I can improve further. I mean the quality of video, but I would say that it's quite clear. But yeah, I'll take that into the consideration. Uh, I'm Srijesh. I'm executing the Python script in IPython notebook. As I said, that this is not recommend for you folks, because this is good for teaching. Jupyter notebook. Yep. If you are good, you are good. Otherwise, go for any text editor. And I've given 5 text editor. Let me take their name again. VS Code is good. Sublime Text is good. Atom is good. PyCharm is good. Notepad++ is good. You can choose anything. Okay, so if loop is also clear, okay, I'll wait for the while loop, but let's take VS Code or Python, anything, guys, anything. Somebody have a question, Sultan, that indic, how can I filter a value, like if I have more data and there's a key that age and I wanted to filter all the age which is greater. Yeah, but Sultan, there is a trick. I mean, there's a catch. There will be only one key as an age, because if you will make another age, it will overwrite it. So you will always have one age. So even though if you filter out, it won't make sense because you have only one age. So you might say that in a case of age, there is a list as a values, and there are multiple values which can be greater than 50 or not. So from there you can filter it out. But directly, if you will take age and value, it won't make sense. Okay, some more doubt, guys. Otherwise, I'll go ahead with while loop. Anaconda, yeah, this is Anaconda. What I'm using, IPython, Jupyter, Anaconda. Anything you say, this is the same.
Sorry to disturb, sir. Can we announce winners now?
Sure. So, guys, let's take a small break. We are going to have a winner. So, yeah, sure, sure.
Yeah, sure. Akanksha, just you can play that video, and after that, we are good to announce the winners.
Hey, hi guys, this is Sai Kiran from LetsUpgrade, and I'm here today to congratulate you all guys for completing or like for pursuing our Essentials program in various fields what we do. And I want to tell that yes, this is amazing program what you're doing. But if you want to continue this learning and want to take your career to next level with a one-on-one personal mentorship, what we are not providing in Essentials, and also build real-time projects, then join our 6 months PGP full stack program in data science or AI/ML or web development in MERN stack or Python Django. That's it. Bye-bye.
Yeah, guys, for advanced courses, you can join our advanced courses in the four domains that being mentioned. And UG students, I see that one doubt is there. Is UG students can join that program? Yeah, sure. UG students can join. Okay, so let's announce the winners. And guys, are you ready for? Let me share my screen. And if it's visible, just give me a confirmation. Okay, is my screen visible, guys? Yes, I can see all are excited. Okay. I know all students are very, very attentive, and that too, we have to select only one. So let's run that code and announce the winners. Okay. Yeah, everyone wants to give. Yeah, Ashish, if it's your luck, you can get that. It's 1500 voucher. Okay, so let's start. So winner is Akanksha Mishra. Akanksha Mishra, are you there? Chandan, assignment deadline is after 3 days of the course. Okay, Akanksha Mishra, are you there or shall I go to next? Okay, आ जाओ वैसु Bamidale. I hope I pronounce your name correct. I think he is not. uh, right now, my name is Akanksha. That couldn't be. Okay, let's go to next. Sridhar, are you there? Sridhar, Sridhar, are you there? Guys, just mention in the chat if you are there so that Vexen, you can find the assignments on the community. Community link will be there in the description. You can go and join. Okay, let's go for another if Sridhar is not there. Samruddhi Sanjay. Sanjay, are you there? Guys, what happened? Like, no one is there. With me, I think I should give it to you. Like, before that, your name was Akanksha, and now your name is Sanjay. Okay, let's try the next. Ekta, are you there? Ekta, are you there? No one is there. Uh, Jadav Abhishek Ajay, I think it's also not. Criteria is for the attendance, guys. It's based on the attendance.
Jadhav is here. I think I can see his chat.
Jadhav is there. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Jadhav. You are the winner for the day. Congratulations, Jadhav. Please DM us your mail ID and contact number so that we can contact you. And Akanksha, please share the Instagram handle link so that he can DM us.
We have his email
Congratulations,
ID
Jadhav,
also,
once
I would
again.
say.
Yeah. Sorry,
We
sir.
have his email ID on screen, your
Yeah,
screen.
we have, but we also need the contact number. So please
Sure.
DM us your contact number and also mention your mail ID in the chat. Okay, thank you so much, sir, for time. Let's not waste your time. And congrats once again, Jadhav. And please DM us your contact number and mail ID. Yes, sir, you can continue.
Sure. So, guys, before starting the lecture, I also take 2 minutes to tell you that what are our future programs. So, as you can see that, and I do believe that my teaching is getting, I mean, you are guys are getting benefited from my teaching, and I would tell you one thing that our courses are meant to be career oriented rather than just doing getting a certificate. So we have some amazing course and after this week, which is basically our PGP courses, and we have four courses. First is a mean stack where we are going to take any front end framework like a React we can take, or we can take a Node.js, anything. And on the back end, we would be using a Python and some database. So these are called mean stack courses we do have. Then we have something called AI, ML, and deep learning courses. That is also pretty exciting and top of the edge. Same thing is with data science also. And the fourth most excited course is a Python and Django. So if anybody who has heard about Django, he or she know that that's the most powerful and the most favorable architecture in Python, so a framework basically. So we are going to build maybe a 5 or 6 projects entirely in Django. We are going to learn Django entirely backend in Django, front end with Python, React, some JavaScript, some HTML, some CSS, some Tailwind. So that would be pretty excited. And I'll talk about the price. What we are charging is, I would say, it's a penny as compared to our competitors, which I don't want to name. You can find out by yourself. Our price is at 29,600, which I would say very less as compared to others. And there is some excited offers are going on. If you try and use my code, which is, my name is KAMAL, full caps lock, capital KMAL, you are going to get a 4,000 rupees discount. So if you feel that this week is a very powerful for your career, and if you feel that you are learning something from me and you are ready to give us your 6 months for your career, then I would highly encourage you folks to enroll for our courses. So that's it for the introduction. Now let's get back to our code again. So yeah, guys, do ask our Jyotsna, our host, if you get any doubt regarding these courses and prices, and I would say you won't get disappointed. So here we are. We have some okay. Where we were on the for loop, then if, then elif, then else. Now let me take a while loop. I won't go further in the for loop because a lot of things can be done with for loop. But if you understand the basic postmortem or basic anatomy, you won't get a lot of problems. So let's come back to a while loop. The most dangerous loop is while loop. Uh, while loop is basically why dangerous, because you need to write something so that it fails, it stops. Otherwise, it will keep on running for infinite amount of time. Or you need to break it, and if you don't break it, it will run for infinite, and it will eat up your entire memory. I'll show you what I mean. I won't be running the infinite because it will hang my computer and we would be losing the lecture. So I'll just tell you a basic while loop. So suppose we have something called number, and number is 5. Okay. So I'm going to use something called while keyword. While number is less than equal to 5, I'm going to type print number. Let's show you number, and number, I'm going to increment subtract -1. Let's see what happens. See, it's continuously running, it will not stop. Infinite, you see, because my condition I'm decrementing, I need to increment it. So I'll stop here, and rather than -1, I'm going to do a +1. Let's see, it's keep on incrementing. So let's stop it again. So I'll tell you what I meant. So first condition is while loop, which says that number should be less than equal to 5. So number is 5. So I should have said less than equal to 10. Let's see if the number is less than equal to 10 here, and I'm going to increment this. So let's see what happened. Again, it's running infinitely. So let's stop that again. That's why I said that while loop is the most dangerous loop in any programming language. So let's interpret it again. We are saying that we have a number is 5. So currently if I say number is 5, okay, and I'm saying that if while number is less than equal to 10, it's a currently 5, it's a less than equal to 10, yes, then print the number incremented by 1. Let's execute it again. It won't run for forever. Now why? Because I said number is 5. Let's come to first condition. 5 is less than equal to 10. Yup. Print it. After that, increment it by 1. Now 5 has become 6. 6 is less than equal to 10. Yes. Print it, increment it. It becomes 7. 7 is less than equal to 10. Yes. Increment it, becomes 8. 8 is less than equal to 10. Yes. Increment it. 9 is less than equal to 10. Yep. Increment it. Now 10 is less than equal to 10. Yes. It's not lesser than, but it's equal to 10. Increment it. Next is 10 plus 1, 11. 11 is less than equal to 10. No. False it. It will come out of the loop. So this is the way while loop works. Hope I won't cover a lot of while loop because we are not going to use a while loop a hell lot of time in our project, but just for the introduction. So these are the while loop. You can combine for loop, if loop, while loop, everything inside a single loop. So okay, okay, somebody has requested list comprehension. So on that, I'm going to cover a very important topic, which is called functions, because we have a good 15 minutes. So functions are called building block. So what is functions? I'll tell you. I'll give you first introduction. So everybody knows that there are functions in mathematics. So I'm not going to cover the mathematics first of all. I'm going to say that functions are something where it takes something, it does something. Suppose it takes 5 and it does something and return that value. Suppose functions basically going to take any number multiplied by 2 and return the result, which is multiplied by 2. Another example, function takes something which is any again number 5, divided by 5, 5 by 5, and return the answer. There can be many cases. Another case, a function take name and return a very beautiful message like, hi, your name is a name. So it's like a black box. It takes something, it's like a black box. It takes something, does anything which we tell computer do it, and it returns something. Now let me show you what I meant. Okay guys, assignment and other things you would be getting through our host, and you can contact as he has provided the links. So let's focus on the functions now, and after that we can take these questions further. Sure guys. So I would request everybody to postpone your assignment and the certificate. We will take it after this lecture so that you fully concentrate on the functions. Okay, that works guys. Sure. So let's get back to our text editor again. So we are going to cover a functions. So for declaring a function, we have something called define, def keyword. So suppose my function, very basic function. I'm going to take a number. Okay. There is a def, which is the name of the function keyword. After that, the name of the function. Now suppose my simplest function name is number multiply by 2. Simple. It's going to take any number and just going to multiply. So it takes one parameter. Okay, I'll take no parameter first of all. And then you write a proportion sign, and after that automatically take the indentation, which is a one tab. You're just going to return, suppose 10. It doesn't do anything. It's a very dumb function. It always return 10. Okay. Now let me find out what this name of the variable are. So how I'm going to do it. I'm going to use something called type, as we have done many times. It's a function. Let's see what I can do with function. So how I'm going to find out, guys? Any hint? I wanted to find out what all things I can do with function. Anybody? Hint? Anybody, guys? It's a quiz for you right now. Quickly, if I wanted to find out what all things I can do with function, what should I use? Dir. Very good, Srijesh. Dir. That is something called dir. So just with the help of a dir, I'm going to see what I can do. Just ignore underscore again. You can't do anything. Why? Because you haven't declared anything inside it. That's the trick. Your function, your dir with the name of the function will return new thing if your function have some methods. So I'll show you what I meant. So that's why I'm telling you function can be little annoying. So that's why please focus fully. So let's see that if we have declared a function which basically return a dumb value 10. Let's see how I'm going to run this function. I just need to type out the name of the function and just execute, but it doesn't work. It says that function main number. No, that's not what I meant. So I need to make a bracket like this. It returned 10. Let me copy this again here. It returned 10. It always returned 10 because I have told it to return 10, nothing else. Now let me copy this again. And rather than returning dumb value, I'm going to say that, okay, I'm going to provide a value, and I'm going to provide a value and going to multiply that value by 2. So let's see what does it happens. Now same thing, number. Now if I'm not going to provide anything, let's see what happens. It says some type error because number multiply missing one positional argument. That's a parameter. So if suppose I provide 5, it's going to return 10. I'm going to provide 2, it's going to return 4. So you provide anything, it will return something. Now let's make provide 6, return 12. Parameter, basically parameter is anything input, like a user input we did yesterday. If you provide anything to a function and you want it to do anything with that particular thing input, that's called parameters. So now let me take some more parameter. I'm going to just copy the same function again. Same thing again, absolutely same thing. Let me copy the name again. I'm just going to make little bit complicated. Number by is going to take 2 parameter, num1, num2, and rather than it's multiplying by 2, number multiply, that's it. It's going to take 2 number, it's going to multiply both by each other. So it's going to do num1 multiplied by num2, simple. Now we have a 2 parameter. Let's see how we are going to execute it. Now multiply, I'm going to provide 2 and 4. So it should return obviously 8. And I'm going to provide a 4 and 4. It's going to return 16. That makes sense. Now let me copy that function and let me show you something. If I provide 3 parameter, okay, doesn't matter, num3, but I'm not doing anything with that third parameter. I'm just ignoring it. Let's see what error we get. 2 and 3. It will say that although you are not doing anything with the number 3 parameter, but you need to provide it. So let me provide it as 4. Doesn't matter, I'm not going to use it. So it's going to return 2 and 3, 6 only because we are not doing anything with 4. So even though if you are not using a parameter or a argument, but you need to provide it in the calling of a function. Hope that makes sense. Okay, guys, any doubts so far? Why we use function? I'll tell you what. Functions are a building block because anything which you are going to do is going to divide into a small part. Suppose you have a big thing, big syllabus, big work to do. You're going to divide into smaller blocks so that these blocks are joined. So these blocks are called function. How to return a value from function? Yes, I'm going to cover it. Positional argument, yes, also. So first I'll cover the return wala part, then I'll come to the positional arguments. So if you provide, somebody has said that Puneet, if you provide 1 to 0, obviously it's going to multiply 1 into 2 is 2 and 0 is going to ignore it. So let me show you what does it make sense or not. So 1, I'm going to provide 2 and 0. So third argument can be ignored because we are not using it. But 1, 2 multiplied by 2 is 2. Now let me show you something. Okay, now very important thing guys. I'm just going to copy this function here. I'm going to remove the third parameter because I'm going to do something. And this function is basically multiply two things and return. I'm going to provide 5 by 5. It's going to return 25. Now, the result of this function, suppose I'm going to save in a result. Okay, let me type a variable called result and let's see what happens. Bear with me. So I have a result which has saved the value of this function. So result doesn't have anything. Let me execute it again. It does not have anything. So if I want to multiply by 2, I'm going to get some error because it says that it's a none. It has nothing, although it's a declared. Why? Because whenever you print something, it quickly, once you print it, vanish from memory. So if I wanted to use it further, so what I can do is I'm going to copy that same function again, and rather than print, I'm going to return something called, because you are going to use the value of these functions. So we are going to use something called return. Same thing. I'm going to type again result is equal to num. Although I'm going a little fast guys, but this is the requirement of our course. We need to cover a lot of things. Now we have a result. Let me find out what we have result. Okay, we have result now. Let me multiply by 2. Although earlier it was showing some error, it won't show because we have now return. So return preserve the value of a function in any variable if you wanted to name it. So return divide by 2, return multiply by 2, that totally makes sense. So this is the importance of return. Now let me show you some more functions. Okay, let me show you some more example of functions. Okay, we have a function called introduce me. And I'm going to make use of some print statement, introduce me, and it takes a name and age. And what it's going to return is a print. Let me say print because I'm not going to use that name and age. But after this I'll show you how I'm going to use also. So this is now without using. So I'm going to use f string. So hello, my name is this, and name, and I'm older. Some more print because we have covered 4 type of print. Another print is hello, my name is percent as okay, first this, and I am older, and I'm going to dot format, and I'm going to provide a positional argument. Now third type which we have covered that day is same thing. Hello, my name is percent s, and I am percent s older. Percent name. Guys, bear with me for a second, please. Sorry guys, my tea has arrived. So yeah. So the last thing is I'm going to provide again name and age. Let's see what happens. I have given a 3 types of print statement. Now I'm going to do introduce me. Now my name is Kamal and say it, and I'm supposed 21 years old, although it's not true. 3 types of print statement using the single function, guys. Hope that makes some excitement and some sense. And you can provide, as I said, that positional argument you want 0 and 1. That also you can do it. F string is the latest type of way where you can put expression and print inside the same print statement, and it has taken inspiration from JavaScript, guys. So do explore F string. I'm telling since day 0. Yeah. So this is hello, my name, introduce me. Now I'll show you something more excited because we have some more minute left. I want to provide as much as I can. That's what I was telling you. If you are enrolled for our PGP course, I can assure you won't get disappointed. Same function introduce me. I'm going to return two things, same name, age. And it returns something called dictionary of name is equal to name. You see that now. Age is equal to age. And I'm going to do introduce me, and name is Kamal Seth, and age is supposed 22, which is not true. And I'm going to save is that new variable called intro. Let's see what happens. Intro has become a dictionary. It's a JSON. So this is also power of functions. You can wrap anything and you can use it further for making any files or for sending the data. Okay, I'll take another minute for taking any doubt, guys. I apologize if I was going too fast, but as I said, difference between return and print. Print is basically you print it and it's gone. It's done. You saw on the screen, it's done. But if you wanted to do something and that something you don't want only to print it, but you want to use it further. So in that case, you can use return. And let me tell you one thing, you can use a return and print both in the same function. That's totally all right. Srija, is the difference between 5 types of print statement. I have covered 4, one didn't cover. Is basically there are two bigger advantages. There are many, but I'll tell you one, two. First thing is that you can ace in the interview because you know many things. A printing statement that can ace. Second thing is that there are many ways of formatting the data in the print statement. So from there also you can make use of this type of print statements. Percent s what I have provided is basically percent s means string, percent d means digit, percent f means float. Sure, my pleasure, guys. I believe that I hope my learning, my teaching is helpful for you folks and you are learning something. Any further doubt, guys? Or not only doubt, anything. You were able to install Python. See, Chandu, I would say I can go very slow. That's totally all right. But a lot of things to cover. But I'll try to control the pace. No worries. Tomorrow I'll cover a less content, but with a little slower pace. Noted that. Python documentation, I would say if you will go to python.org, you will have a full-fledged documentation. Let's see if that helps you. Sure. So let's end this lecture on a good note and let's meet tomorrow, which is a day 4th, and let's see what advanced topic we are going to cover more. Sure. Thank you very much. And we would like to thank you, our host also. So thank you, everybody. Have a good day, good night, good evening, and take care of yourself. Let's meet tomorrow. Thank you, Akansha. Thank you, Jyotsna.